Can you believe it? Nebraska baseball does it again. After another underwhelming season, the Huskers get hot in the Big Ten tournament, win not one, not two, not three, but 4 games in a row to claim their second consecutive Big Ten title. Let's talk about it, man. Hit that like button if you're fired up. Nebraska will be playing in the postseason once again. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let's just talk about it, man, because what a run Nebraska went on. Obviously, started things off on Tuesday against Michigan State. I was there at that game. Very underwhelming game, the majority of it, but Nebraska, once again, got hot. They kind of had luck on their side, of course. The right field for Michigan State in the bottom of the ninth bobbled the catch that would have sealed the game for the Spartans. We go to extra innings. Nebraska walks it off. So you got one win right there. Second game versus Oregon. That's one of the best teams in the country. Granted, Oregon, they didn't really need to try that hard in the Big Ten tournament. Nebraska pretty much dominates against them on Saturday. And then last night against Penn State. Penn State, they had a lot to play for. They were in a very similar situation. Nebraska rises to the occasion. They makes it to the championship game today against UCLA. And once again, flat out domination in every single aspect. The Huskers did not give up a single run to one of the best teams in the country. UCLA is legit. They swept us earlier in the year. Nebraska wins 5-0. They go 4-0 on the entire week, and they get things done in the Big Ten title. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that I take away from this. Obviously, this is big for Will Bolt, and I was one of those people. I've been very critical about Will Bolt since he got to Nebraska because, honestly, we should not be this bad during the regular season. There is talent on this team. There's, a lot of money throughout this program compared to at least some of these other Big Ten squads. Like, we should be dominating the Big Ten. And the fact that we were not even a top 8 team in the Big Ten for the majority of the year, that's very disappointing. So Will Bolt, it feels like, and he's doing something right. While not every single box is checked, he does something right. And clearly this team is playing with a lot of passion every single year in the postseason. That's why this is the result for 2 years in a row. But Will Bolt, this was big for a lot of the doubters, including myself. Like, this is huge for him to get that victory. Again, as for this team, man, hopefully, I just want Nebraska baseball to take a step forward. I'm not expecting us to do anything in regionals. Like, we're hot right now. That's great. But we were hot last year, and I think we got 0-2 last year in regionals. Like, we're going to be a 3 seed. We're going to play one of the better teams in America, and we're probably not going to get out of it. I would be surprised if we won more than 2 games. So I'm not expecting us to do anything besides, obviously win the Big Ten title. This is a big accomplishment for this team. But how can we use this as a stepping stone? Okay, how can we get better transfers in the portal? How can we get guys coming out of high school who are better quality in order to be a top 25 program more consistently? That's what I'm looking for from Nebraska going forward. So, and hopefully they can do just that. This is massive for Will Bolt, though, man. Proves the doubters wrong. He buys himself another year at least. I just can't believe they did this, man. Every year in Nebraska baseball, it's so infuriating how bad they are. Like, because Nebraska should be one of the better teams in the Big Ten. Every year. It's in there. They lose against teams they have no business losing to. And then they roll around to the Big Ten tournament. It's like, oh, you got to win in order to make regionals. And they're like, yeah, watch this. And they win it. I shouldn't say every year, but they've won the last 2 years. Those are the only 2 Big Ten titles that they've won in the tournament. But they usually play well in the tournament. I saw that to say this, man. Big win for this program. I'm excited to see what they do next week in regionals. I'm not expecting much from them, but hey, man, if they can stay hot, maybe make a regional championship. We'll see what happens. I like them right now. I really like this team. The pitching was phenomenal in the Big Ten championship. The hitting was great, too. Again, they put up 5 runs. They dominated against Oregon as well. So who knows? I mean, everything's clicking. This is the time where it needs to click. It's kind of like basketball, right? It doesn't really matter how bad you are during the regular season in basketball. If you can get hot right around the tournament time, right around the time, going into the Big Ten tourney, the NCAA tourney, you're going to be just fine. So hopefully baseball can do just that. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Unfortunate news that softball lost today. Again, I'm not going to act like I'm a big softball guy. I watched some games here and there, but again, really disappointing for a program that had a lot of expectations this year, and they lived up to them. Obviously, making the Super Regionals a big accomplishment, but obviously hoped the Jordy Ball and company could have made the Women's College World Series. So, all right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below about everything. Hey, if you made this far in the video, hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go Will Bolt, and see you in the next one.